Welcome to Layers of the Culture, episode 46. It's going to be a real quick one, folks. My name is Howie. My man to my left.
Yes, sir. This is Kurt. What's up, y'all?
What's up? What's up? Sorry, y'all. We on delay. It's kind of like, satellite TV and shit. Be like, yeah, what do you think about this?
Uh-huh.
And then it's like, yes. Anyway,
Right. Back
shoot.
to you, Jim. And then I just sit there silently for like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Shoot. What's been going on, man?
Not much, just chilling, man. Just been working. My story is pretty much the same. I'm like you know, a standard operating procedure. It's always going to be the same with me at work. I clock in, clock out, come home and rest. Me and my wife just been enjoying, chilling, outside of work. We're gonna go and see a comedy show. This dude named Ali Sadiq. I don't know if you're familiar
Yeah, I
with
know.
him. Dude
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Mexica's got on boots.
Yeah, so he's gonna be doing a show here. Yeah, that dude is hilarious. So we went and seen him once before, but he coming through this area, so we're gonna go see him again. You know what I mean? So
That's what's up.
because we thoroughly enjoyed it the last time. But yeah, everything is good, man. I just been chilling. What he say on Fresh Prince, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
Them B boys outside of school and a couple of guys that was nothing too good. So they making trouble in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Uh,
But yeah, how's everything been for you?
Shoot, man. I'm just pretty much same thing working. Trying to get this wedding together. We switched venues. That's why we was going to do the show this coming Wednesday. How about we had to stop because we had to look at the venue this past Wednesday. So we kind of like it. It's going to be less than the other venue. Man, listen, because they was like, yeah, they was charging a grip, and then on top of that, it wasn't any control. So this one is way less, but it's going to be more control. Like we'll have more, be able to have more music. Um, you know what I'm saying? We'll be able to, and they offer us a little bit more options than the other place. The other place we went to was like a historical house. I mean, they wanted money. I mean, money, and it's just like
Okay.
I was like, look, I'm gonna have to sell a kidney, you know what I'm saying? Sell sperm, something. But they probably wouldn't take my shit. They're like, yeah, your shit weak as fuck, nigga. Try to swim upstream. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shoot. Yeah, man. So I was just like,
Oh,
I'm
that's
kind of happy
funny.
we changed the
That's
venue.
funny.
The person we talked with, I don't mean to make this long. The person that's over the venue, which is funny, she's from Los Angeles, and I'm like, what made you come here? But
Okay.
she's been part of like the arts and whatnot, and so this place is like a theater. So she's been in charge to like I ain't gonna say save it, but she kind of renovated it and got some things going for it. So we got we talked pretty we got along pretty good, kind of, me, her, and the fiance, we started gelling, and yeah, we just it was kind of cool, so I'm looking forward to it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm glad to hear that, man. Let me know, the address and all that when you get a chance, and we'll get there. We'll be there.
Yep.
So, but yeah, other than that, man, everything is good. I can't complain. Real quick, are you going to see this new Michael movie?
I don't know if I'll be able to see it this weekend. I want to. I definitely want to. Because I've heard. I mean, it seems like it's going to be really, really, enjoyable. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
maybe next weekend if I get things together. And it's crazy too, because like everybody wanted us to do stuff, but it's like, man, we've been on the run the last couple of weekends. We kind
Yeah.
of want to chill. I mean, we're still going to do some stuff. We got some stuff that we kind of want to take care of, like our storage buildings and stuff. But outside of that, yeah, I don't. Yeah, we don't. I don't plan on doing too much of anything this weekend. So
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame
yeah,
you.
I
Sometimes you
want
need
to.
some
I want
time
to
to
see that.
rest. I know you have got a lot going on. Yeah. I'm definitely planning on seeing it this weekend. I'll definitely let you know if it's good. But yeah, I was just curious. We can go ahead and jump into the show. Like you said, we don't want to keep y'all long because I got somewhere to be.
Yeah.
I got to see a man about a dog and all that. You know
You know
how
what
they
I'm saying?
used
My
to
man
say.
got, my man got punched in, right? You know
But
what I'm saying? Gotta get
I don't
out.
think there was anybody that passed away this week.
My bad, my bad.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I don't think there was anybody that passed away in the community though.
Nah, I didn't hear
But yeah, what were you
anything neither.
saying?
Nah, I didn't hear anything neither about anybody passing away. Outside of I mean, that was last week. Outside of Bambada,
Okay.
um, birthdays.
Yeah, we talked about that on the last episode. Yeah, but all right, I'll go ahead and jump into the birthdays real quick. Let's see here. On April, yes, I don't know why I couldn't think of the right month. April 16th, we have my man Chance the Rapper, also Akon, also Mick Jenkins, and also Spliff Star. Happy birthday to all of
Hey,
them.
heavy hitters.
April 17th, we had Redman, K Solo, and Grandmaster Caz, you know, and Bam Bottle was in there too. We'll throw him in there just for the
Yeah.
sake of on April 18th, Fredro from Onyx. Happy birthday to him. April 19th, we had Suge Knight. April 20th, we got Killer Mike. Happy birthday to them. April 22nd, we got DJ Drama
Okay.
and Bahamadia. Happy birthday to them.
Okay.
April 23rd, we got Little Easy E as well as Tony Sunshine. Happy birthday to them.
All right.
April 24th, which is today, we are recording on the 24th, is Coke LaRock. I put up a post for him on Instagram to say happy birthday to him.
But first,
Coming up
MC.
tomorrow, absolutely.
First MC.
Coming up tomorrow, we got on the 25th, we got Jazzy Faye. Happy birthday and rest in peace to him because I know he passed away within the past few years. April 26th, we got Core Mega and Jamal from the Def Squad. April 28th, we got Too Short as well as Big Gip on the same day.
Dang.
Let's see. April 29th, we got Master P.
Uh, uh.
Yo, that's always funny, man. This ain't no motherfucking
Fucking
P.
P.
but anyway, and then last but not least, on April 30th, we got Travis Scott, Lil TJ, Lloyd Banks, and Wonder Mike. So happy birthday to all of them.
Wow, that's interesting right
All
there.
right. Yeah, that is an interesting lineup. A lot of different people. So yeah, I'll go ahead and jump into some music real quick. We got Wu-Tang actually dropped a new joint. It's
Okay.
called Careful Click Click. Yeah, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. At first I saw it and I was like, nah, that might be AI. But then I saw it on the actual official Wu-Tang page. So I was like, okay, that's got to be legit then. So we know AZ is dropping Do or Die 3.
Yep.
One of the
Yep.
first songs he dropped was called So High. That joint goes hard. And I mean, he sound like he's still rapping like it's the 90s or something, man. I'm like, yo, this dude him and Nas, man, they just don't age that much. You know
Ah.
what I mean? Uh the Lynch Mob is going on tour. Just they announced that they're going on tour, so hopefully that's a sign that we might be getting some new music. We got a new joint featuring Peter Guns and Ice-T, the OG himself. Yes, sir. Then we also got my man Juvenile did a song with his son, Young Juvie.
Yeah, I seen that.
I can't remember the name of the song. Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that was.
I don't remember the name of the song, but I know. I think the son has an album coming out. I think it's called Boiling Point.
Yeah, that's one thing I could say, man, that I'm glad to see. I know we talk about it a lot, but um, if nepotism was a thing, this is the way I like to see it. I like to see those father and sons rapping, even with like that whole thing going back with 50 and Ti. It was interesting to see the sons of Ti rapping, and they having different styles, you know. So it's really I really enjoy, as I say, like the kids of rap actually doing their thing. So that's really dope.
Absolutely, absolutely. Actually, speaking of nepotism, MC Shan has a relative, a cousin, who is now rapping. It's a female called Sig the Trig, and she took the KRS beat, "The Bridge Is Over," and she kind of rapped over it. Now, I don't think she's going at KRS, but MC Shan posted the song and he was like, "Yeah, hip hop is in my bloodline. My cousin will take on anybody in your family. Do you got a cousin that want to rap and battle against my cousin?" And I'm just like,
Yo,
all right, Shan, come on, man, let it go. Let it go. But I mean, the song is pretty dope, though. I think instead of it being called "The Bridge Is Over," it's called "You Bitches Is Over," and so she just kind of rapping, like kind of claiming her spot in the female rap industry, that kind of thing. So but Shan was really just trying to boast, like, yeah, I'm gonna sick my pit bull on you, that kind of thing. So I'll send it to you because it's a pretty nice song, though.
all right.
Oh man, Redman off the Muddy Waters 2 album, he has dropped like a New Jersey anthem. It's called Light It Up, and it features a lot of people on it. So he got Rod Digger, he got Vinny and Tretch from Naughty by Nature.
What?
He got Shaq on there.
Shaq?
Yeah, he got Lords of the Underground. He got Lady Luck. He got Queen Latifah, Elder Sensei, Heather B, one of the dudes from Channel Live, and I think that was it. Did I say Lords of the Underground? Yeah, Lords of the
Yeah.
Underground, both of them.
Damn, Jersey in the building.
Yeah, man. And they the beat is actually like from Rapper's Delight. So they
Yo,
took that old school beat and kind of flipped it. Yeah, it's
Jersey in
pretty
the
dope, man. It's
building.
pretty dope. I was like, yeah, he doing it for Jersey. And then, of course, last but not least, Billy Dan's got a new album coming out, man. So he just dropped it. I got to go listen to it. I heard
Yeah, I
about
think
it,
it
but
dropped
I
today.
heard a snippet. Okay. Yeah, I heard a snippet from one song, but I need to go back and listen to more. But yeah, Billy Dan always goes hard, man. So between him and Little Fame, well, I can't say we call him Little Fame no more. It's just Fame now, but they both still go hard, man. They
Yeah.
both be killing the game. So I'm excited about that joint. All right. So I guess we can jump into some topics, but we might be able to come back and maybe we'll do an album review of the Billy Dan's joint, man, because I know you want
Yeah.
to hear it and I want to hear it. So that would be good.
Um, so let's talk about Mano leaving. Let's rap about it.
Yeah, to rap about it. Let's rap about it. So yeah, I guess they got into some sort of disagreement, man. And Mano got mad and was like, "Yeah, this is my last episode. I ain't coming back." And they thought he was joking. but apparently it was something that they was kind of, joking with him about, and maybe he took it a little too serious, and they were thinking that it was just a joke, and so he left and he didn't come back. So I don't know, but apparently, from what I heard, it was something that Dave E said. You know what I mean? Like I said, it wasn't meant to be anything serious, but I guess whatever it was, Mano just didn't care for it, and so he was like, "Nah, I'm not coming back."
Damn.
So we shall see, man. That's kind of crazy that y'all, kind of crumbling that quick. But maybe he'll come back. Maybe they'll patch things up. Um, they asked Jim Jones while they were doing the show, like if he thought Dipset could ever get back together, because that was like a big kind of tragic breakup for hip hop.
Yeah.
And he was acting like, "Oh no, I don't think so. I don't know." But I think they could, man. I think Jim Jones just need to get off his high horse about it, man.
Yeah,
But it is what it is.
I didn't get a chance to click on it, but they was talking about how Jim Jones ain't really having like the year that he should. Like he's having a rough year. And I think a lot of it is, I don't know Jim Jones. I don't know, what I'm saying, but I think a lot of the egos and all this other stuff, yeah, I think he need to put some of that stuff to the side. And honestly, I think he needs to grow up.
He does.
He need to grow up a little because it's just like, dude, you at a big age now, and it's really sad because like the people, we're 40 now. I mean, you're about to be 50, but I'm in my 40s now, and it's really sad that we don't really have anybody to aspire like these people, and I'm not. Listen, everybody's different. Everybody's got their stuff they got to go through. Excuse me, but it's just like when you get a certain age, you got to carry yourself a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm talking to myself too because I know I'll do crazy shit, but at the same time, it's like you gotta start carrying yourself a certain way, and it's like, that's one thing I can respect about Nori, even though he be drinking too much. But that's one thing he said. Like, look, I tried to be 21 forever. I tried. You can't do it, and you can't. You at some point
Yeah.
at some point you're gonna have to grow up, and you're gonna have to like even let's say if he don't get it together, if he come out like, look, truth be told, I don't know if we'll be able to be together again. I wish nothing but the best on those cats, and I hope if we cross paths, I hope we be able to find a lane, something. You know what I'm saying? Something of, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what he said, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. But anyway, so,
Right.
but man,
Right.
it needs to be, what I'm saying, at some point at your big age, you need to, I mean, that's like hell. That one time he started crying because he wasn't able to go into like what was one of them stores with the ice that he trying to get jewelry. He's like, but they wouldn't
Oh
let me
yeah,
in.
I
They
forgot
wouldn't let
about
me
that.
in to
Yeah.
get ice. I'm like, dude, you a grown ass man crying over not going to the jewelry store. I mean, that shit crazy. And then
Right.
you want us to be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all,
Yeah.
this is
That's
what
just
y'all want us to be like. Like something got to change.
right.
But anyway, that's just my
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. I mean, he always had those incidences, man. He had the incident where they was trying to do Summer Jam, and it was so whack that Funkmaster Flex had to tell him this past summer, you got to get off the stage, bro. And he was
dang.
mad as shit too. And then, then the shit where he had to try to kick in the door with the podcast because I guess they was behind on the bills.
Man, I
I
ain't
don't
gonna
know,
lie.
whatever the fuck happened with that.
Man, listen, I ain't gonna lie, that shit funny.
But
50 roll with that. Yeah.
yeah,
If
that
50
shit
like,
was
yeah,
funny.
don't be kicking my door. Don't be kicking my door, man. On that door. Don't be kicking.
Yo, that was hilarious. Yeah, man. but yeah, I mean, he definitely needs to grow up, and I don't think he had the best year over the past like 6 to 12 months. I mean, he just like you said, his ego been getting in the way. You dissing people like Nas and trying to go up against Pusha T, and it's just all this dumb stuff, man. It was just like, yo, just sit down, man. If you want to be a rapper, release some music, but don't. You ain't got to come out trying to disrespect everybody. You know what I mean? Just to be relevant. You know what I mean? It was just stupid to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess we can move on to the next topic. There's a new documentary that is being shopped around. It's about the Locks. It's called Trinity, the story of the Locks. And they're going to be showing it at the Tribeca Film Festival this year. I think it's supposed to happen sometime in June. And so hopefully, if it gets picked up, we'll be able to see an official copy of it because I would love to hear more about the background story. I mean, those dudes are just interesting, man. They take me back to my childhood growing up in New York, you know what I mean? And so I'm definitely hyped to see that. You know what I mean? What you think?
Yeah, man. I always, man, even when they was on Bad Boy with the little shiny suits and all that shit,
Yeah,
I always like, man, the Lots could really be something. Not that they weren't nothing, but it's like if they just get out away from Puffy, they could really be something. And when they went to the Rough Riders, it was just like a prayer's been answered. I was like, yes, they
absolutely.
got up out of there. But and look at them now. I mean, they won us.
Facts. Facts.
Shout out the Donkey Diamonds. That's one thing he said. He said that the Locks is really one of the best groups, if not the best group out. In New York hip hop, and I would have to agree because they
Yeah,
haven't broke up. They've been friends since high school. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can give it. I mean,
exactly.
you could give it to Wu and a couple others, but I mean, Wu had some infighting. You know what I'm saying? That's been documented. I mean, they cool now, but they're and really
Yeah,
a group as the size of Wu, that's bound to happen. The attitudes, the
yeah.
attitude,
That's to be
personality,
expected. Yeah,
yeah, that's to be expected. Um, you got other groups in New York. Some of their members are deceased or passed on. Tribe, Mob Deep. You know what I'm saying? So, you got that going on. But yeah, the Locks, man, they've been together. They weathered the storm. I mean, they they really one of the best as far as and just them.
absolutely, absolutely.
And as far as them being together, I think the closest thing that's probably to the Locks as far as longevity wise and it's sticking together, probably MOP. I would give it to Daylight, but they lost True
Yeah,
Lord. You know what I'm saying? But um,
right,
and
right.
they
Yeah,
would
but like
still
you
be
said with
together. But
Daylight never had no fights either, though. Daylight never
yeah,
really
but
fought with
that's
each
why I'm
other, so that's a
saying.
good thing.
But I mean, I couldn't really give it to them because they lost True. They lost Dave. And I mean, and that's no fault on them. It's just, what I'm saying, that as far as like the longevity and having the, original members, what I'm saying, the closest
Right.
the closest one that you
Yeah.
can really give it
MOP.
to
MOP
is,
is the closest.
yeah, MOP. So yeah, man. So shout out to the
And
lot.
man, they need to do a song together, man.
Oh, MOP in the
They
lot.
need to do a song together,
Oh,
definitely.
that shit would be crazy. You know what they needed?
Yeah.
Oh, what they need to do, they need to
Fucking
do
bananas. Bananas.
they would need to do the game like they did, or something like the game, like when Mob Deep did with MLP and Cool G Rap. If they bring that shit back and have the lock
Yeah.
that shit would be
Yep.
crazy. And have Cool G Rap kind of just, what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Man, listen.
Man, listen.
So this
That
whole
would be
goddamn thing
fucking
will.
fire. That would be bananas. Right.
Dude,
That'll go bananas.
crazy.
But yeah, man. So, I'm excited to see that documentary. Hopefully we'll get to see that. Y'all be on the lookout for that. If we hear any more, we'll let y'all know. And
Yep.
let us know in the comments how y'all feel about that too. But yeah, let's go into your main
Okay,
topics and things like that.
so question of the day. I'm sorry, we meant to do this first, but we kind of just bound to get some of this stuff off because this question today is actually leading to our next topic. Is rap the same without Drake? Or should I say, is hip hop the same without Drake?
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you this. I'm not a Drake fan. I'll say that. But I don't think you can really deny the fact that, his presence is, missed by a lot of people. There's a lot of people who really love the singing melodies and, the emotional songs that he do. Not really my thing, but there's a lot of people that were really into that shit. And, I can't deny the man had a big impact on this generation. So I will say hip hop as a culture is the same, but the music industry is definitely missing him. I will say that. I can't really deny he had a lot of big hits. You know what I mean? And I can't deny that he just wasn't my cup of tea. But he had a lot that people had big playlists with. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, I like the way you said that. I like the way that you said that hip hop as a culture is still thriving. Because that's the thing. I mean, even with the battle, 2024. I mean, you still had, I would say 24, 25 was a phenomenal year for hip hop, even though they didn't chart or anything like that. And even like Nas said, like, look, we're not doing it for the chart. We're doing it for this is pure hip hop. Nas has had a plethora of
Yeah.
old school artists, what I'm saying, coming out and releasing tracks and things like which I need to go back and listen to, especially like De La Soul, since I just mentioned them, Cabin in the Sky, like all that stuff. You can have your opinion about light years, what I'm saying, with Nas and Primo, everybody's like, oh, it was good, it was trash. But either way, it was still good that came out with the new Mobb Deep album. We had a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Clips came out. Clips was probably um as far as like 2024 outside of GNX. I know, there's some controversy about that, but that's probably one of the best albums that came out in 2024. Even, you got what's my man? It just left me. What's my
Mm.
man's name? Freddie Gibbs. Uh
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
what's it? Was it Linguini? No, Fettuccine, not Fettuccine. Fedro. Anywho, the cartoon.
Um,
It was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, that was a good album. I mean, you had a lot of people dropping stuff. It may not have hit radio. It may not have been like Billboard, but you still had like hip hop was still there. Um, the problem I have, I get what I like what you said too about Drake as far as like the industry misses him because of the whole, getting those big hits and things like that. But the thing of it is like with everybody else, why are y'all waiting on Drake? How come y'all ain't doing nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right.
you got 21 Savage, you got all these Atlanta's artists, which they were trying to do the street shit, but the streets are pretty much dead. Like people are really not gravitating towards the street anymore. You know what I'm saying? The young people, they like, look, that shit just crazy to me.
Right.
I ain't about to come up here, do all this street shit, go to jail, and get skeet across my back. Pause. Anyway, so anyway, let me
Pause.
pause. But you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like the streets is, that stuff is gone. What else? Um, yeah, I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of people are having rap fatigue as far as like people saying the same stuff. And the thing of it is, with everything going on in this climate, you know, with not to get too political, you got the war, you got, domestic stuff back home with ICE, you got all this other stuff. And you mean to tell me y'all rappers, because usually rappers are supposed to be the voice for the voices, y'all don't have anything to talk about? Like anything? I mean, even with
Exactly.
Drake,
Exactly.
if I was Drake, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be talking about, damn, why my people in Israel gotta flee? Cause my man about to let that thing go. Matter of fact, I'd be like, yo, why these bees whooping these people's ass over here? You did hear about that? The swarm of bees attacking them. Yeah, that shit crazy. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, sting them. Nah, I'm just playing. Don't.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just, but you know what I'm saying? But you got, so that those are your people. Why are you not rapping about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we get that with Iceman. I don't know. But there's plenty of things that they could be rapping about. Why are y'all not rapping about those stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Go ahead.
But now, like I was saying, and we'll get on to the next, because I know we got to get up out of here. But yeah, I mean, with
Yeah.
with everything going on, they got more than enough stuff to talk about. I mean, they could talk about this stuff for like a decade.
Right.
They would never. They're not running out of material. So to me, is like, what's, what I'm saying, what's going on? Hey, you froze up.
Yeah, it froze up on my side too. I was waiting. I was like, why ain't saying nothing? I guess it's just got a bad connection, but I can hear you
Yeah,
fine now.
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
It's freezing up again.
damn. I guess I shouldn't have said that shit about.
There we go.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said this shit about them people getting stuck by bees.
Somebody was like, "Oh, you want to talk? All right.
Oh, you want to talk? Let me fuck his shit
Let me go ahead and shoot down your whole podcast."
Oh, good.
The snipers out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let's go ahead and since we're talking about Drake, let's go ahead and talk about it. You said he's doing an album rollout, and the Iceman is coming soon. So what's going on with that?
Okay, so I didn't see everything because I ain't gonna lie, I checked out. But the main thing of it was they
Yeah.
so in Toronto, what they did for the Iceman, they got all these blocks of ice, and it was supposed to have been a tribute to somebody that did it back in the 60s. I forgot the guy's name, but he titled it was probably been an art piece. He called it Fluids. That's weird within itself. But anywho,
Mm.
but 60s was a different
Pause.
time. Yeah, yeah, definitely Paul. So they rolled the ice, all this ice out there, and there's supposed to be something in it. It was supposed to have been, I think Drake and his team put something in the ice. So so they got the ice assembled, and they had this guy, the streamer. I can't think of his. He was like one of the first streamers on the scene, and my man was licking the ice. I'm like, yo, my man, like, why you licking the
Yo,
ice?
pause.
Yo, it was like he was like, I'm like,
God.
yo, like you wow.
Yo, that's too much, man. See, this is the kind of stuff I can't really get with, man. And
Yeah,
the fact that Drake is probably okay with this, I don't even get it.
I
So
mean,
yeah, big pause for me.
at some point, now I can understand, like, if you a kid or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna put my, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids do silly stuff like that.
Yeah,
I get that,
yeah.
but
Kids gonna do crazy shit like
yeah,
that.
but
Yeah.
you a grown man. I mean, look and say like, yeah, get a picture of me licking the ice. I'm like, yo, like my man,
Yo.
that's sassy.
Hey, yo.
That is
Yo. I'm just
sassy.
like, yo, I don't even know this dude.
Yeah, that was crazy. So yeah, that happened. The next thing they did, was just, I guess it's happened over a series of days, or it's happened, it was like maybe a whole day, the next, like that night, and then the next day. I don't know how they did it, but they were trying to melt the ice, so they were making makeshift blow torches, hairspray and lighters and ice picks and stuff. So one of the guys, I don't know who he is, I forgot. One of the guys, he actually got the pick the ice and able to get the stuff out. Okay, so allegedly, or what I understand, Aiden Ross told the guy, said, "Hey, don't open it up there. We're going to bring you to Drake's house so you can do the unboxing and all that stuff there." And
Oh wow.
it was very, very mediocre. It's like, yo, I got a magazine and Iceman. It was just like cut out words. Iceman, May 15th. And I'm like,
Mm,
okay. And then it was he got this
man.
big ass magazine of Drake. And the thing of it is with the magazine, it didn't even get a pic. It'd be one thing, it was like a picture of Drake and his face, but it was Drake on the phone like this. So you didn't really get to see his whole face. I'm like,
Are you serious, man?
man,
That's
listen, if I'm lying,
trash.
I'm dying. So it was that. And then
That's
I think
trash.
he got his dad. He had his dad that was on like he was sitting next to a car in like a green suit. And then the next little page was like a bunch of clouds. And that's how far I got. And I just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna ruin my brain cells.
Yeah.
So
I probably wouldn't even got that far.
listen, I mean, and the kid was trying to read, and then they had something like save our clubs. Like the clubs are dying. Like, nah, dude. Like it just don't make sense. It really didn't make sense to me. Like, what are you trying to why I
Mhm.
mean, I don't get it. I didn't get it. Yeah, I guess
Right.
you have to call me dumb or
Oh
whatever.
well.
I didn't get it. I don't
Yeah. I don't
call
get it either.
Yeah, call
But
me old, whatever.
we'll see what everybody say about this little album when it come out, man. Because what have you been talking about it for over a year now? It's like
Yeah.
we at the matter of fact, I think we at the 2 year anniversary of the battle because the battle was somewhere around March or April.
Well,
It
the
started off
start
around
of it
there.
was around. I think the start of it was around March. The closing of it would be around yeah, next month. So because I think Not Like Us dropped what, May the 4th? Was it May 4th or May 5th? I think
I
it was.
think so.
Yeah.
It
So
was somewhere in May, but yeah.
yeah.
So
So we're
yeah,
at
we
the
right at the 2 year mark now, pretty much.
and it's
So,
kind of
yeah.
crazy that um we're still talking about this, but really, if you think about it, this has been one of the most monoculture thing that we've had in a while. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were talking about that, like, back in the day, something comes on TV, next day everybody's talking about it because everybody's seen it and you have to see it at a certain time. Now we got all these streaming apps and all this other stuff. It's like it's not the same. Everybody's just like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool that we have stuff at our fingertips and we got accessibility to it, but at what cost though? Like it ain't the same we ain't got the same stuff. And then two, um,
Right.
yeah, even with the accessibility, if I'm saying that right, accessibility rather, uh, what I'm saying? Like some people moments are not going to be the same, and it like
Yeah.
it would be cool like with the Billy Dance album, which is going. I'm no, it's going to be incredible work, but realistically though, and I'm not trying to put this down for Billy Dance, but like who, like in my, like at my job or anywhere else, who I'm going to really outside of you, who else I'm going to talk to about it? Because you know what I'm saying,
Right.
like
Right.
everybody's not, everybody else is going to be on some other stuff, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying, but the people people are not going to enjoy certain stuff the same, and I get it, but anyway, that's here no there.
Yeah, man. I'm looking more forward to that Billy Dan's album. I gotta hear that, man. I'm excited
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
I'm gonna
My
hear that. Yeah,
man,
I guess.
Redman, he said Redman was saying in one of his songs, he was like, he said, your hero is Lil Wayne. He said, but my heroes is Billy Dan's and Little Fame. I was like, yes, sir.
Yep,
Yes,
yep,
sir.
yep, yep.
That's it right there.
So,
So yeah, man. When you got people like Redman looking up to you, that means you doing something in hip hop.
all
You know what I
right.
mean? So, but anyway, man. So I'm pretty good on the topics. I think we covered everything. Was there anything else you wanted to drop before we wrap it up?
Nah, that's it. Y'all just be on the lookout. We're doing some changes and stuff. Not major changes, just
Yeah,
tightening up some stuff. So hopefully y'all get,
yeah,
a better experience with the channel and things. Yeah, man, we appreciate y'all sticking with us and listening to us. I know that, some of us are like, man, they bunch of old heads
yeah,
talking and shit. But hey man, we really love hip hop. We really love the genre. It's not like for us, this ain't Billboard talking. This ain't like trying to chart and all that stuff. All that's fine, but we really talking about the culture and what we love about it.
right. Absolutely, absolutely, man. And y'all don't forget, hit the buttons, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and
Brothers and sisters, we need
keep
your
fun
help.
allocated.
We're trying to allocate funds. We need them funds allocated.
So
Trying to build a school.
trying to build
We
the
got
school.
that western wall built. We just need to build the north, south, and east wall. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
All
help
we
us
need,
out.
all we need is you to come up. All we need is doorknobs. Just give us doorknobs.
Right.
I ain't even
Need some
talking about the
doorknobs.
door. Just the
You know,
doorknob.
those doorknobs is expensive.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, for try, I'm not about to say try it hip hop.
Players of
For
the culture.
Layers of the Culture, this is your man Kurt, and
Howie.
this has been episode 46. We'll see y'all on the next one. All right.
Hey.
Peace.